Welcome back, guys. Another episode of the Jock Talk Show podcast. We got Matt. We got Brock. It is NFC Championship
Yes, it
game
is.
weekend. Let's go. I know you've been tweeting it out from the Jock Talk Show page, Brock, at Jock Talk Show on Twitter, about what was it, the Packers' expected wins this week, and ESPN had them at 8-8. And then I know you retweeted or commented on something earlier, looking at the 2021 predictions and who do they have winning the NFC East again? The freaking Dallas. Like you think that they would learn? I'm getting off on a tangent here on our Cowboys hate. Speaking of Cowboys hate, if you haven't already, you can check out our top 5 on Facebook. It is our top 5 most disliked players in the NFL. Plenty of Cowboys love to go around there. So. A little bit of a recap last game, Brock. I'm not going to go into any specifics here, but the game felt like it was getting out of control in a good way. Mm-hmm. Then it felt like the Packers, well, not felt like they did lose all momentum. And then it felt like it was going to be a close game. And the Packers started pulling away a little bit, and it was a not a comfortable win. Like the scoreboard, yes, was comfortable, a 2-touchdown win, but in the second half, I was not comfortable at all watching that game, to be completely honest.
No, I think the tide turned in that third quarter when our defensive line started putting more pressure on Goff, like significant pressure on Goff. There was a couple times that we didn't get much pressure, and they were able to complete passes over the middle, that was probably the weakest part. Is like they opened up the middle early in the game, and then they started picking on. They found this guy, Kevin King, and was just like, let's pick on him the second half. And overall, our defense played pretty well. Cam Akers, I think, is going to be the real deal.
Yep.
Goff, I don't. You can attribute the thumb injury to it, maybe a little bit, but he didn't look very good. The cold definitely affected, I think, later in the game.
5-yard out after 5-yard out after 5-yard out after 5-yard out.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking during the game is like they're running the same 5 plays, and we're biting on the inside stuff. I didn't trust Goff to throw it over the top. I don't know why they did. They thought he was going to, but yeah, like I said, the fourth quarter, our defense really stepped up. Zadarius, Preston, Rashawn, Kenny had a big game. Rashawn Gary had a big game. Our man Ja Island, I mean, -3 yards given up. He kind of showed like he's the real deal. Like it doesn't matter who he's guarding, and it's almost a lockdown. On the other side of the ball, Devontae doing Devontae things. Crossing up Jalen Ramsey.
Oh, it was a zone. Times. It was a zone.
No, get off that. Like he wanted to cover. He wanted to cover him. He said they played that clip. Like I'm gonna make him wish. I'm gonna make him wish he didn't say that. And then you don't even follow him. Tay wanted it. Tay wanted the smoke. Jalen was running away. He caught the slant on him and would just start veering up the field. Like, come on, Jalen.
No cap. Devontae was lit all game, yo.
Yeah, exactly. But you know what? That's a Green Bay win. That's in the past. We're 0-0. Tampa Bay Buccaneers coming to Green Bay for a trip to go back to Tampa. I hope we go back down there with them. They can fly back. We'll fly back with them and be there for 2 weeks and hopefully have a chance that the Vince Lombardi comes home.
Yeah, so there was a poll. I don't remember who it was by, but it was a pretty big one on Twitter. Asking who would you rather see win, the Buccaneers or the Saints? I voted the Buccaneers, not because I thought it was going to be the easier matchup, but because I want revenge, and I know the Packers players want revenge too. That was an absolute ass whooping. It was easily Aaron Rodgers' worst game of the year. It was easily probably the defense. Defense had a couple of nasty games especially against the Vikings, the Dalvin Cook game. But overall, it was one of the worst defenses or worst team performances of the entire year. I'm sure you've seen the stats. I'm sure all you guys listening have seen the stats about how Tom Brady that game was not pressured. He wasn't hurried. He wasn't hit. He wasn't sacked. He wasn't a turnover forced, anything. That was one. I don't think they had a team penalty at that. So it was one of the cleanest games, not just this season, but it was one of the cleanest games that you will ever see. The Packers defense has stepped up. The Buccaneers are going to be without Antonio Brown. They did activate Vita Vea, the ginormous defensive tackle, but that is a 350-pound man coming off of a broken leg / ankle.
Yeah.
So
I assume he's going to be limited. He's not going to be started. He's going to be kind of like the snacks. Like, how much is he really going to play?
Yeah.
10 snaps, 5 snaps. It's going to be very limited coming off probably
You'd have to think so.
Limited workout.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's been the big thing Packers have been talking about this week is it doesn't matter what happened week 6. It doesn't matter that they talked about the Saints beating the brakes off Tom Brady and the Bucs. Well, I think it was like 38-3. Yep. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what happened back then. We're a different team now. They're a different team now. It's just we got to play fundamental football. We can't have those turnovers. A-Rod had 2. Or did he have 3? Yeah. I know he had 2 picks.
And if you remember earlier in that game too, like the Packers got off to a good start, and then all of a sudden, just the wheels. They were up 10-0, and then the wheels fell off.
Yep. So I mean, if LaFleur keeps this very spread out and kind of randomized play calling, keeping the defense on their toes, like last week, we saw at times like there was a lot of the same motion, 4 different plays out of it. To me, my favorite play of last week was A.J. Dillon in the backfield, Aaron Jones in the backfield, motion Aaron Jones out. There is so many plays off that. There's the dive to Dillon. There's the little swing pass to Jonesy. You can have Tago across the middle. You can have Bobby Tonyan on the backside.
Yeah. Like, you go straight up RPO off of that. You go play action, an actual play action off of that.
There's so much they can do, and that's the wrinkle in the play calling that LaFleur kind of showed his hand, and maybe it's a bluff. Maybe it's we have a total they game plan for that, and now it's totally different. But I think LaFleur has to keep that play calling fresh and like new, and just keep that defense guessing at all times. Which is they are a very young secondary, and if our O-line plays any way they have played the last 6 weeks, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough to get to Aaron Rodgers, and that's without our All-Pro left tackle for the last 4 weeks. So it's really good to see. It's really promising to see, and I mean, it's the same thing every week. Pressure the quarterback. Keep everybody in front of you. Stop the run.
Yep. Yeah. So you mentioned LaFleur being consistent, still calling good games. I think this game more so than what a potential Super Bowl matchup would look like. You pull out all the stops, you pull out all the wrinkles, you pull out the gadget plays, you pull out the fakes, because this defense is better than either of the defenses that you'll play in a potential Super Bowl matchup. I think in the Super Bowl, the Packers play their game, and their defense steps up. I think this week the offense needs to take that step forward. And I think, like I said, whether if it's going forward on 4th down, whether if it's pulling out, like I said, wrinkles that you haven't shown so far this year, I think this is the week that you pull out all the stops.
Yep. You can't be passive this week. You have to keep the pressure on, all gas, no brakes. It's been the mantra for the last 2 years. I think this is going to be the staple. This has to be the statement win for Matt LaFleur's early coaching career. Is what can he do from his learning experience last year, getting to the same game and getting absolutely destroyed.
Yeah.
So it's a lot. The difference for me this year compared to last year I was hopeful. I was like, we can get there. We can do this. This year, I'm like, we got this. Like this is like this team I have a little more confidence in. I like how they still have that chip on their shoulder from last year and from the previous weeks or the previous matchup. Is they're pissed off. They're going to play pissed off. And the one thing too, we're at home.
Yep.
I think that could be, if we had a full packed crowd, that place would be rocking. I think are they upping it? I haven't seen anything.
I think if they do, it's going to be minimal, up to like 8,000, up from like 6, I think, maybe.
They had, I think, 8,600 last year or last week, but I thought they were going to up it to 10, which isn't, I mean, not much, but we'll take what we can get. So that being said, I think being at home gives me a little more confidence than if we had to go down to Tampa and play Tom down there, because I think they're almost at full capacity down there right now. So yeah. That's the thing. I'm glad we're playing in Green Bay. It's still Tom Brady. He still pulls out these crazy comebacks. He has done everything. So Patton has to be perfect. LaFleur has to be almost perfect, because you at least have Aaron Rodgers to back up to some BS calls or whatever. And then special teams, no letdowns. No letdowns. Yeah. That's the big one. The one thing we saw last week in the Bucs Saints game, Bucs gave up big plays in special teams. They gave up, I think, a 56-yarder to start the game. Saints only got 3 points, and then they ended up getting a touchdown on the next punt. Got called back. Yeah. So that's I mean, it's there. It's right there.
Yep.
This team has a chance to do something special. And I think they're also going to be very motivated by Ted Thompson passing yesterday. And so I think a lot of people are motivated. Ted Thompson picked Aaron Rodgers with his first ever pick. So that's a big thing. I think Aaron really holds that dear, and taking a chance on him at what was it? Pick 25, 6, whatever. Wherever we picked him in the 20s, yeah. He fell 20 some spots. Ted Thompson first ever pick with Brett Favre there, so that's a bold pick. And
I think you mean Brett Favre.
Oh yeah, maybe. But I like this. I mean, I've been talking a lot, but I think we're almost in consensus that we don't really have to. It's just go out and get the job done right at this point. Right.
Yeah. So just a couple more things before we start going to predictions here. Today, in the post-practice Zoom meetings, whatever, Za'Darius was wearing a mask of himself smiling. Mm-hmm. Why was he doing that? Because he said, there's not a whole lot of smiling going around right now after they just watched tape of them getting their dicks kicked. Excuse my language. Not really. Sorry, not sorry. Last year by the 49ers in the NFC Championship game last year. But, I have, what do I have? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 7 predictions here, Brock.
Okay.
7.
I'll let you have them all. I have my score predictions. I don't have anything else.
That's all right. I got enough for the two of us.
You covered me. Yeah, you covered me. That's right.
All right. Just let's say this. Tell me if you agree or disagree, or if you go a little bit higher or lower. Jonesy, 100+ total yards.
We need it. We need it out of him.
Okay. I think he's gonna have he's gonna break a long 20-25 yard runoff. I think he has 4 or 5 catches for 35-40 yards. Okay. Aaron goes absolutely ballistic.
It is going to snow. 60% chance. You think it matters?
No.
I
could tell you. So really freaking cold today. Single digits in Wisconsin. Tomorrow we're supposed to get anywhere. Where I live and where you're from, Brock, we are in south central. We're kind of in central Wisconsin, southwest Wisconsin, but not far southwest. We're supposed to get about 2 to 5 inches tomorrow. I think that goes for most of the state. And then Sunday, there's a chance for another little dusting. So
I see. I have the forecast right now in Green Bay on Sunday. Bumped it up to 70% chance, high of 28, low of 14. But we all know the wind plays a huge factor.
Yep.
So even if it's just a slow, like say 5 mile per hour wind, that easily takes it in the single digits. So with that cold weather, we could see how these Tampa Bay Buccaneers hold up.
Aaron Rodgers, 325 yards passing, not 1, not 2, not 3, 4 passing touchdowns.
Okay. Well,
Devon double-digit catches. Bobby Tonyan, 100-plus receiving yards. Defense, 2 takeaways. Green Bay's defense, 10-plus quarterback hits / hurries / sacks. They will be in Tom Brady's face all game long. And the final prediction that you've all been waiting for, Packers blow out the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 34-13.
Whoo!
We're going to this. We're going to the Super Bowl.
Going in hot.
Going in hot.
Before I give you my score predictions, this quote is from a current Buccaneers player when he first came out of college. This is what he said. Let's see if you can name that player. I'm not for playing in the snow, playing in the cold. You take a little hit and it hurts. I hate the cold. Period.
Sounds like I'm gonna go with either. I'm gonna give it either or. Leonard Fournette or Mike Evans.
Pick one.
Leonard Fournette.
Ding, 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 ding. You win. It is Leonard Fournette. So, is he starting, or are they going to have Ronald Jones?
I think Fournette takes it, but it doesn't matter. 8th prediction. Packers hold the Buccaneers to under 50 yards rushing.
You're going big. You're going real big. You're going real big. Big and bold. That's how we do it here. But my score, I don't have any stat predictions, but it's pretty close to what you said.
52-8 Packers.
38-20. 38-20. I think this offense right now, what we've seen the past few weeks, has just been clicking on a whole different level. I think Tom Brady, he's got a little too much Tampa love down there and not used to this cold anymore. Maybe throws a couple ducks and, maybe tries to try Jair Alexander a couple times. Maybe it doesn't go so well. But I too, Packers W. I think we're all hyped. I think everybody in the whole Packers fan community is really hyped, really excited for this game. I've seen a lot of positive things come, like fans' positivity. Last year around this time, we're like, 49ers are good. We're scared of the 49ers. We don't want to play the 49ers. And this year we wanted the Bucs. We want the Bucs. We want to go at them. We want the best. And it's to go to the Super Bowl.
No cap. We want all that smoke.
We want the smoke.
No, the smoke, not that smoke. Shit. Damn it.
The smoke. We want all the smoke. Packers fans across the nation. And
shock the nation.
I'm so excited. I mean, what time does it start? 3 or sorry, your time was it
2:05, not 2:05. The Devil's time zone.
The Devil's time zone's the West Coast. Get out of here. They're like 11:05. Like, come on. What the heck is that? 3:05, 2:05, 1:05, 12:05. Don't matter. Packers going to the Super Bowl. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go. Yeah, I think. I mean, I'm hopeful. I honestly don't think it's gonna be a close game. I think the Packers I think they bottle up the running game. I think Leonard Fournette's...
we're not supposed to be on the field with them. We're not good enough. We don't deserve the field with them. Let's go.
Yep.
Let's go.
All right. Oof. So, Brock, what I'm going to have you do here, since you are our social media engineer.
Okay.
We need to get up a Packers prediction, a thread. A thread, Packers predictions. I will post all 8 of them in there. Hold me accountable. If I'm way off, hey,
we're shooting high. Like, we expect the most out of our beloved Green Bay Packers.
Shooting for the ceiling and ending on the roof.
Exactly. Where else can you go?
Yeah.
Through the ceiling and on the roof. Let's go.
The floor is the ceiling, bud.
Ceiling is the roof. All right. Thanks, Mike.
All right. As always, you guys can follow us on Twitter at Jock Talk Show, on Facebook at facebook.com/Jock Talk Show. If you have any ideas for top 5s going forward, top 5 Aaron Rodgers moments. That's tough because he's got about 1 billion of them.
Yep.
His best friend Dave Portnoy is his 2 best friends in the entire world.
Pat McAfee and Dave Portnoy.
No. Portnoy's the President's best. He's a Brady guy. Now he's a Rodgers guy because Rodgers is a bad man. So I don't know who the Prez is going to be rooting for this week. I guess we'll just have to find out.
Well, he's a Patriots fan, so
I think he's going to be going for Aaron Rodgers for supporting the Barstool Fund.
I think he is too.
So, with that being said, like I said, go follow us on like and subscribe on YouTube. You're on YouTube right now. Go check us out on the Twitter machine, on Facebook. Like, subscribe, follow, comment, share. We know we're gonna give this one shot, Brock. Last week I messed it up. I'll take the blame for it.
Yeah.
When I'm hearing it in my head, we're a little bit off.
Yes.
But when we're going,
say it at normal speed. Normal speed too.
I always go at a normal speed. You know how I do.
Yeah.
But with that being said, guys, you know how we like to end this show. We like to end it with a go Pack go. I feel like that's pretty spot on. I feel like that's spot on. But until next time, until we do our Packers Super Bowl preview show, I'll talk to you guys later.